Every exam, she would stick her pencil into her mouth and stir it around incessantly. No matter how painful it was, she forced herself to endure it until she threw up her breakfast. This way, she could use feeling unwell as an excuse to leave the exam room early. She would then quickly go to the bathroom, retrieve the phone she had hidden in the toilet beforehand, and send the answers to her classmates in Thailand. Upon receiving the answers, they would encode them into barcodes and stick them onto their pencils before bringing them into the exam room. The answers were differentiated based on the thickness of the lines. However, Lisa had aroused suspicion from the proctor due to spending too long in the bathroom, making her already highly strung nerves even more tense. In a panic, she tried to flush the phone down the toilet, but that was futile. She had no choice but to temporarily hide the phone in her shoe. Unfortunately, as soon as she came out, Lisa discovered that her accomplice had been caught. It was clear she couldn't stay in the exam room any longer, so she would have to send the remaining answers after leaving. This would really test Lisa's memory, because with such a large number of exam questions, the longer time passed, the harder it would be to remember the answers. This was why they had to send the answers from the exam room bathroom. To make matters worse, her bizarre behavior had also aroused the chief proctor's suspicions, and he was now searching for Lisa. Leaving the exam venue and arriving at the subway station, she thought she was safe. Little did she expect, the chief proctor had actually followed her there. Lisa quickly took off her hair tie to disguise herself as a passerby. At this point, not only did she have to evade the proctor's pursuit, but she also had to try hard to recall the answers to send to the rich kids. This made it impossible for her to concentrate on walking, causing her to miss the train. However, the proctor was about to catch up. Lisa had no choice but to keep moving forward, but the exam in Thailand was about to start, and if they didn't receive the answers soon, the agency would have to refund the rich kids' money. So even if she got caught, Lisa had to send out the answers. She tried hard to control her emotions and calm herself down. Finally, she remembered the answer to the last question and sent it out. But by this point, she had been driven into a corner, and the proctor's footsteps were getting closer and closer. At the critical moment, she bought a drink from a vending machine and gulped it down. The instant the proctor caught her, she spat out the drink, pretending to have an upset stomach, causing the proctor to let down his guard. Finally, she silently slipped the phone into a passerby's backpack. Her accomplice wasn't